Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into something really interesting in the drone racing world, the MLDR Open Class.
Yeah, it's Major League Drone Racing's division that's, well, fundamentally open.
Right. The idea is any qualified FPV pilot gets a shot, compete on a major stage.
Exactly.
So our mission for this depth dive, looking at this MLDR Open Class document we have, is really to understand how it's shaking things up, democratizing the sport, finding new talent.
The accessibility really jumps out from the start. I mean, the name says it all. Open class. Any pilot who makes the cut, qualification-wise, they're in. No team needed.
So this is huge for, like the document mentions, garage pilots.
Yeah, garage pilots, content creators,
Yeah.
Serious hobbyists, even some pros who just aren't affiliated with a main MLDR team. It welcomes all of them.
Okay, so how do you qualify? What's involved there? It mentions simulators?
Right, you can qualify through specific simulator time trials or through real-life qualifier events. Gives people options.
And the drones, it's open, but there are still rules, right? I saw things like 7-inch props, weight limits, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. It's not a total free-for-all. There are specifications, prop size, motor class, weight to, keep things fair and safe.
Makes sense.
But within those specs, pilots actually have a lot of room to build and innovate. It encourages different technical approaches, which is pretty cool.
So it's about finding talent, giving them a platform for recognition, maybe launching careers.
That's the core idea,
Yeah.
spotlighting that independent talent. This is potentially where the next big names get discovered.
Let's talk about the championship then. The solo one, first MLDR Open Class Championship. Top 6 pilots, live event.
Yep.
After the qualifiers, the best 6 go head-to-head live. It's the main individual title for this class.
And the stakes are pretty high.
Oh, yeah. There's a cash prize, of course.
Yeah.
But also the MLDR Open Class World Championship belt. Big bragging rights there.
And importantly, the winner gets their travel and hotel paid to come back and defend the title next time. Plus, they're basically the face of the division until then.
That brings up the legacy rule. The champ has to defend against 5 new challengers. Why is that built in?
Well, it keeps things dynamic, prevents stagnation. It guarantees that there's always this narrative of the reigning champ versus the hungry newcomers.
Adds drama. Keeps it fresh.
Definitely. Ensures new talent constantly gets a shot at the top spot. And then there's the whole other side, the team aspect.
Right. The MLDR 2v2 Open Class Championship. So same independent pilots, but now they team up.
Exactly. They form pairs, need a team name, they need a shared strategy. It's a tactical twist.
So it's less about just pure individual speed and more about coordination.
Absolutely. Teamwork is key. They do these relay-style transitions between the pilots, so planning and smooth handoffs are crucial.
How does that competition run? Brackets?
Could be brackets, could be points-based. It depends. But it progresses until you have the top 4 teams in the finals battling it out in back-to-back rounds.
And the prize there, besides bragging rights again.
They get the title MLDR 2v2 Open Class Champions. Medals, gear, and, like the solo champ, really valuable exposure through all the MLDR content and media.
Looking at this whole structure, the document keeps hitting this idea of democratizing the sport. How does the open class really achieve that?
Well, primarily by removing that big barrier, the need to be signed to an established, possibly expensive team.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It just opens the floodgates to a much wider range of pilots,
Yeah.
hobbyists, semi-pros, people from different backgrounds. It naturally diversifies the competitor pool.
And fosters community, creativity.
Yeah, all of that. You get this mix of people, different ideas about drone builds, different flying styles. It really fuels the competition and the whole scene around it.
And it acts as a pathway, right? A talent pipeline, the document says, into the main MLDR spec and team divisions.
Precisely. If you're a pilot listening and you're serious, this looks like the place to prove yourself. It's a structured way to get noticed and potentially move up.
Whether you want to fly solo or show you can work in a team.
Right. It provides those distinct routes. It's
Yeah.
about creating a system where skill and dedication are what gets you ahead, regardless of who you knew before.
So fundamentally, the MLDR Open Class is about making drone racing more accessible, more merit-based. Opportunity and innovation seem like the key words.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Could other competitive scenes, maybe even outside of sports, benefit from a similar model?
Like lowering barriers, focusing purely on merit.
Yeah. How could that kind of open structure maybe uncover hidden talent or drive innovation in fields that you follow or are interested in? Something to mull over.